A domain's true operational intent is rarely visible. Uncovering it requires a forensic approach, moving past the visual interface to analyze the underlying structural mechanics. Our focus for this audit is the GitHub Pages domain, located at elderplinius.github.io. At first glance, this address seems like a standard developer's portfolio, a simple hosting space for various experimental projects. A structural crawl reveals a fragmented topology. The domain branches into 4 distinct subnodes: Enthia, Parseltongue, Image Defender, and Glossapetre, representing sophisticated AI and cryptography applications. But the hierarchy breaks at the root page. It sits in total isolation, operating under entirely different technical rules. This creates a fundamental tension. The domain successfully hosts legitimate open-source research, while its main entry point presents structural anomalies that suggest an alternate purpose. We will map the legitimate surface, analyze the conflicting authorship metadata, and tear down the root code. Identifying these architectural inconsistencies is how we determine if a site is a transparent technical resource or a layer for something intentionally obscured. We begin by shifting our focus to the subdirectory branches to evaluate their code quality and operational intent. The most research-heavy project is Glossapetre, a procedural xenolinguistics engine that generates constructed languages and explores the boundaries of AI steganography. This tool is directly tied to a formal technical report detailing how tokenizer asymmetries can be exploited as covert side channels in multimodal systems. This skill.json file explicitly identifies the author as Pliny the Liberator and places the project under a transparent AGPL 3.0 license. A second major tool, Parseltongue, provides a browser-based environment for text mutation and payload encoding. We define web maturity by how a tool handles its underlying structure. Parseltongue shows a high level of technical discipline in its SEO and metadata implementation. The tool utilizes comprehensive open graph tags, ensuring that its title and description are machine-readable for accurate sharing previews. The codebase also prioritizes accessibility, implementing explicit area semantics, like roles and labels, to govern its user interface controls. The inclusion of these accessibility standards and mobile responsive tags proves a deliberate, professional development methodology. The remaining projects, Enthia, a visual synthesizer, and Image Defender, adhere to this same baseline: privacy-focused, client-side-only processing without external tracking. The subdirectories confirm that the author is highly capable of creating mature, transparent, and ethically constructed web applications.
But the model breaks the moment we pivot back to the top-level domain entry point, the root index page. The visual and thematic tone shifts abruptly. The technical interfaces are gone, replaced by a poetry-themed UI called Poetic Echoes. We immediately encounter a metadata anomaly. The authorship abruptly changes from Pliny to an unrelated entity called Echoes Collective. The contact vectors change too. The root page exposes a harvestable mail-to address, contrasting sharply with the secure GitHub and X profiles found in the subdirectories. To understand why this page exists, we have to look at the document object model, the DOM, to see how it was constructed beneath the visual layer. Unlike the semantic, accessible code of the other tools, the root page's navigation is entirely fabricated. The menu items are actually non-semantic span elements masquerading as links. This reliance on hidden span tags strips away keyboard focus outlines, immediately breaking accessibility standards. This isn't just sloppy coding. Discarding standard focus outlines is a specific technique used to keep interactive elements hidden from user scrutiny. We can conclude the root page is structurally deceptive, actively discarding the mature practices seen elsewhere on the domain to obfuscate its underlying function. Having identified the deceptive structure, we can now isolate the specific hidden elements embedded within it. We trace the connection from these hidden trigger elements directly to an obfuscated JavaScript file named triggers.js. This script actively listens for user interaction anywhere on the interface. Inside, we find the payload, an array of typo-squatted HTTP URLs for major brands, like g00gl.com and paypal1.com. When triggered, the script selects one of these URLs and prepends an aggressive profanity string to it. The script then silently pushes this combined payload directly to the user's system clipboard using the navigator.clipboard write command.
There is even a legacy fallback command included, ensuring the attack executes even on older browsers. This is a high-confidence clipboard manipulation threat, a standard vector used in phishing and malware distribution. The root page is a fully functional security trap, passively waiting for an unsuspecting user to interact before silently hijacking their clipboard with hostile data. Evaluating the domain as a complete system, the forensic evidence reveals a stark structural divide. A domain that successfully hosts brilliant cryptography tools is simultaneously running deceptive, hostile code at its front door. The primary consequence here is reputational. Unsafe behavior at the root level materially degrades trust in the legitimate technical research hosted beneath it. Remediation requires immediate structural surgery, excising the hidden triggers, purging the typo-squatted payloads, and removing the deceptive DOM elements. A brand normalization strategy is essential, transforming the root into a safe semantic directory that unifies the Pliny identity across all projects. Adopting the rigorous publication hygiene seen in the Glossopactre repository across the entire domain would ensure stable auditing for every tool. Ultimately, a domain's integrity is judged by its weakest structural point. Maintaining a secure, unified topology is the absolute prerequisite for publishing credible research.